supervolcano is defined as having the capacity to produce a super eruption that ejects at least 1,000 cubic kilometres of volcanic material. That's about 1,000 times greater than any recorded volcanic event in modern human history. Supervolcanoes are created when a momentous volume of deep superheat and magma rises toward the Earth's surface and forms a high-pressure pool as it presses against and is unable to break through the Earth's crust. As time passes, the massive pool of magma grows and the pressure builds until a mega eruption takes place. There are 7 active supervolcanoes that we know of. That volcano, venting in the distance, represents only a fraction of the giant Aira caldera supervolcano that largely stirs underneath Kagoshima Bay in the foreground. This image from space better represents the tremendous size of this 150 square mile behemoth. The sunken portion of the map, as well as the venting Sakurajima volcano now raised in the middle, is where an ancient super eruption took place. An eruption so large, its impact is almost unimaginable. This photo of an eruption in 1914 displays the destructive force that the relatively tiny Sakurajima vent is able to produce. Deep beneath this spectacular New Zealand lake lurks a gigantic bubbling pool of white hot magma. The hot springs and consistent venting in this region suggests that this Kiwi supervolcano is very much alive. If it ever does erupt, perish the thought, a globally significant cataclysm will follow. Among other things, an almighty plume of devastating volcanic ash will rise, then rain down and blanket every last inch of the shaky isles. We suspect the ferocious All Blacks will have danced their last haka. Lake Toba is thought by some to be the site of one of the largest super eruptions of all time. This catastrophic event, alleged to have taken place in the Earth's distant past, was so large and so deadly in scale, it defies comprehension. Indeed, scientists speculate, as they so often do, that around 3,000 cubic kilometres of debris was ejected into the atmosphere, quickly plunging the Earth into a prolonged volcanic winter and decimating human and animal populations worldwide. Beneath this unassuming stretch of American highway resides the Valles Caldera. Despite the very green and tranquil and inviting landscape, the presence of hot springs, gas seeps, and other volcanic subtleties attest to the caldera's undeniably active status. The last time this sleeping giant exploded, its debris was flung as far afield as Iowa. This simmering, sulphurous supervolcano continues to raise both the ground itself by several centimetres per month, as well as the nerves of the local population. 2,000 years ago, Mount Vesuvius destroyed Pompeii. Today, a far larger, far more dangerous threat lurks on the other side of Naples. And if it ever erupts, all life in Europe would likely be lost. Despite its forested facade, this 220 square mile monster volcano exhibits many telltale signs of activity, including earthquakes and carbon dioxide gas that has seeped up through the ground and killed trees at nearby Mammoth Mountain. The caldera's last eruption, some thousands of years ago, unleashed around 3,000 times as much lava as Mount St. Helens. And its phenomenal amount of ash blanketed most of the western part of what is now the United States of America. As you can see in this dramatic representation, the Yellowstone caldera is completely breathtaking in scale. Beneath this peaceful, picturesque landscape lives one of the largest active pools of magma ever known. Yellowstone's epically proportioned, recently discovered secondary reservoir, which sits below the already enormous subsurface upper chamber, is estimated to hold enough magma to fill the Grand Canyon more than 11 times over. Perhaps needless to say, a Yellowstone super eruption would constitute a worldwide extinction-level event, with all life on the planet placed at risk. Such is the volume of rock, gas and dust that would be hurled into our atmosphere, blocking the sun, drastically altering global temperatures and cloaking the continents with debilitating ash. Thankfully, according to the experts, the chance of any of these supervolcanoes erupting in our lifetimes is extremely remote. About a 0.01% chance. So why not relax, grab the picnic basket, head down to Yellowstone Park or Lake Taupo and enjoy the beautiful surroundings while you can.